Alright guys, so I'm working on the 632. I got the carburetor bowls off, and I'm gonna, squirt some carb cleaner through the metering holes and the circuits on the Dominator. If some of you have been really watching or listening, you guys will know that at Battle in the Bay, I went to go get on the two-step and there was a dead spot. Well, I was able to feather it and then recover from it, but there was still a dead spot. So we were trying to, think about things on the carburetor. At World Series of Pro Mod, I let the car run a little bit longer, and for first round on eliminations, and there was no dead spot. So we were initially thinking that maybe it was heat, maybe because this is a new engine to us, so we don't know the engine characteristics. So we were initially thinking maybe it was heat. Maybe there wasn't enough heat in the motor, because at the World Series of Pro Mod on first round, I let the car sit there and build a little bit more heat, and we fired it up probably 10-15 minutes before we went up for first round in the pits to let it get some heat. And there was no dead spot. Went right up on the two-step, no problem, no issue whatsoever. So we initially thought it was heat. But I'm sure, as plenty of you do, you guys get to thinking, and you start thinking, maybe it's carburetor related. So I got some brake clean, and I'm just going through all the circuits. I did the same thing with the metering block. But one thing that we noticed is these discharge nozzles. These right here are 40. That is a 50 actually, but this one right here is a 45. So that's a little weird. And then this one over here, drop the plug socket, is a 45, and then this one right here is a 50. So we're thinking maybe the 50 is dumping too much fuel down there. We don't know why it's mismatched. So after discovering that, we had a whole new outlook on things. We were thinking maybe the 50, well, first of all, I don't know why it's mismatched. Maybe it's the way, it worked on maybe a heavier car. I don't know. So long awaited, but the 632, we are going to start putting this thing back together. We are going to wash it. We got some fancy dancy brushes from Harbor Freight that are pretty cool, that my dad's opening up. We got this case too to put them in. But we figured we could chase some of the threads with these, get down into here with them, and the lifter bores. And so I was rolling this thing out, and this thing got a flat wheel, just came straight off this mother. finally going to use the parts washer.
After 5 years.
After 5 years, we have had this thing for like 5 years, and this is the first time we're using it. Putting some purple power in it. All right, now that we got the block washed, we are gonna get the crankshaft out, get the main bearings out, and start doing some bearing measuring with the dowel bore gauge. So I'm working on the crank. I got my my notepad out there. I got a mic on it, and I'm micing the main journals. So these are the measurements that I've got. 4 times around, looks good. I'm gonna do this journal next. Looks good, looks good. Everything looking good so far. Now that we have the crank mic'd up and we know the measurement of the main journals, we have this main bearing installed with the main cap torqued, and we are ready to check our bearing clearance. However, that'll have to be in the next video. I'm gonna let Daisy do the outro because I'm just not doing a very good job. Daisy, help me with the outro. What do you have to say to the... Okay, get it, girl. Check out virtualspeedperformance.com for your new and used race car parts, right? And if it makes horsepower, we got you covered. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Right, Daisy? Okay, she's honed in on a chicken. We have to go because it's gonna get serious.